Greetings from the Huntington Beach power plant, and I just wanted to panorama a little bit here so you can see it. Pacific Coast Highway, you've probably driven by it 100 times if you are a local. And I'm here to talk about power. Where does the power come from? You are definitely watching this on something powered by electricity, and somewhere there had to have been a generator that created that electricity. It doesn't come out of thin air. Well, today we are in Acts chapter 14, verse 22. And this passage has a lot to do with this power plant. Where is the power coming from? For life in general, life is an incredible mystery. Nobody understands what life is, or even what death is. Death has been defined so many different ways, and people have come back from every single one of those definitions at one time or another. And consciousness is called the hard problem of philosophy. Nobody understands human consciousness fully. Can human consciousness even understand human consciousness? But in any case, where does the power come from? And in times like this pandemic, a lot of us feel disempowered. And people are arguing online. I think we should be more careful. I think we should open things up. I think we should close things down. We need to be all over the place because we feel fear. And when we feel fear, it's easy to hate and disagree and cause division. So basically what I'm trying to do here is bring people together and look at the real source of power that is out there and out here for all of us. And it's in Acts chapter 14, verse 22. It's about Paul and Barnabas strengthening the souls of the disciples, the new converts, encouraging them to continue in the faith, encouraging, and saying that through many tribulations we must enter the kingdom of God. Now, when you see entering the kingdom of God, those of us in Western culture, especially since the Middle Ages, have thought of the kingdom of God as heaven someday. We'll never get into heaven unless we go through some tribulations. But the Bible doesn't teach that. The kingdom of heaven is all about God's power, which is behind every square inch of creation, all the way to the stars and the galaxies and to you listening right now. And so basically what we're looking at here is the source of power, God's rule behind everything. Jesus had a powerful worldview, and that worldview was that the physical world is very real, and its source is someone called Abba, Father. And we have access to that power. And it's through many tribulations and through struggles that we learn about this power and that we learn to access this power. It doesn't seem to come real naturally for us. We tend to think of ourselves as limited, encapsulated human beings, and that we don't have access to this power. But the Bible tells us that we are made in the image of God, that we have the same access to this power that Jesus did. Jesus said, "Greater things than these you will do." Why did he say that? Because he believed in his teaching about the kingdom that we need to access that power. And it's in times like this, times of tribulation, times of conflict, times of confusion, where we all know just a little bit of the truth. And I think we need to be more humble about the truth. Because the truth is, there's always a lot more ignorance inside of all of us than there is knowledge. And no matter how much you study, you're only going to know a part of what is going on. And if we had a little more humility in some of the discussions about what's going on right now, I think we'd get somewhere, some solidarity, some unity, some encouragement. And it's through challenges that we learn more truth. It's not through comfort. It's not through sitting on the couch watching Netflix and going back to the fridge lots of times. It's through facing the challenges we face with an open and humble heart, trusting in that power behind everything to make everything right. That's what faith is all about. So I just want to encourage you, just like Paul and Barnabas were encouraging the disciples. I want to encourage you, if you're going through trouble today in your relationships, in your finances, in your health, in your vocation, and during this sort of pandemic, a lot of us are going through 2, 3, or even 4 of those things all at once. I'm going through 2 of them today. And it's through those challenges that we can enter into that kingdom power. It's through those tribulations that we can enter into that kingdom power. So God takes everything. He doesn't cause bad things. He can only give us what he has. But he takes bad things and makes sure that there's good results from them. And that's from Romans 8:28. God works all things for good for those who love him, are called according to his purpose, like you and like me. You have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow with Acts chapter 15.